Happy New Year, FlossTube. My name is Apple, and my stitching channel is Who's Your Apple X Stitch. Today is January 9th, and this is FlossTube number 16. And it's my first one of 2020. So I'm going to actually do a little bit of a WIP parade. I also had 2 new starts, and then kind of a little bit of plans. Let's see here. I'm going to actually start with a Christmas present that my husband got me. I'll show you a picture. This is my husband with our dog, Ozzy. I don't know if you can see that. He's an adorable little Yorkie. So because of that, he got me a pattern, a DMC pattern of a Yorkie. Now, I have a little boy, so I'm actually going to make the little top knot blue and purple for him instead of pink, because he does always have a top knot, always. And so I got a good start on that. I hadn't really planned to start anything new, but how can you resist, right? So if I can get this straight up here. So this is just kind of the beginning of him. It is a DMC kit. I don't know where my husband got it, to be honest with you. But he did really good, because it really does kind of look like my little baby. I don't have it here at my desk, but he also got me the Ronnie Rowe Complete Pen and Ink Series set, which I'm excited about. My next video, I'll throw that in there. But for cross-stitch things, he does really good. I'm very proud of him. My other new start is Stitchin' Mommy. Do you watch her? She's fantastic. She creates these temperature pieces, and the new one for this year is the temperature tree. And it highlights the highs of every day during the year. It's like, I think, yeah, this is the January branch. So like every tree's going to be different depending on where you live. So some could be more colorful, some could not, just depending on the range of temperatures that you have. So I got a little start on there. I'm doing this on Color and Cotton 18 count Ada in pewter. Let's see if I get it right side up here. And this is, let's see if I can get it all folded here. Oops. Oh my goodness. This is where I'm at. It's just the tree trunk. I'm hoping to finish the tree in the next day or so. And then all I have to do is just the leaves every day, or I can save them up and do a week at a time, a month at a time. I think that that's a fun little way to commemorate 2020, because 2020 is a milestone year for me. So what better way to commemorate it than a special piece for the entire year? So that brings me, that's my 2 new starts. So now I'm going to show you some of my WIPs. The first one is Gary from Sunshine Stitchers / Garon Toten Bags, the Autumn Quakers. I know that you've seen me show this before. By Rosewood Manor. It's a complete kit that I got from Crazy Annie's, including the Valdani threads. And it's on 28 count Lugana, and I think it's doubloon. Don't quote me on that. And so here's where I'm at. I was hoping, let's see, can you see all this? I was hoping to have it finished before the winter Quakers house started December 21st. Clearly, that's not something that I accomplished. So I've not started the winter one yet, but I'm hoping to get this one done relatively soon. Additionally, since I'm finishing it in 2020, I was silly enough to go ahead and put the date in there as 2019. I was very ambitious. I will go back in there and I'll change the date to 2020. But I've got to be honest, I am thoroughly enjoying the stitch, and I only really got derailed after Christmas because of the Yorkie pattern that my husband got me, because I immediately just wanted to start that. My next on my WIP parade, I haven't touched it in a while, is, did I lose the pattern? Oh, here it is. Ink Circles. I'm sorry for the glare here. 99. And, you know, I don't know where my list is. I had a list of what everything is on. But this is the called for. This is, the fabric is called Ale. And I really didn't make a lot of progress on here because I haven't done any on it since I talked to y'all last. I'm hoping to get some more progress on that, but to be honest, it's just been, the holidays happened. And, you know, holidays happen and things, you know, don't necessarily go as planned. Let me see if I have, oh, I have my list here, so that'll be helpful, right? So 99 is on Picture This Plus 16 Count Ale. And I started it July 19th. We can see I made a lot of progress, right? My next one is, let me just slip this over here. My next one is a Bothy Threads kit called Henry VIII. It's him, his wives, and his family. And for everybody out there doing the tutors with me, we need to get with it because I am so far behind. Additionally, Cheryl at Tranquil Stitches has a Daily 30 group that I belong to. It's a closed group. Let me just throw it out there. It's a closed group now. And they're doing a year-long scavenger hunt in which we have to pick 3 projects that we would like to really get a lot of progress on. And this is one of them that I added. Just a reminder, it is a closed group. I'm doing this on Color and Cotton's Joblin Alabaster 32 count. I started it on 8/14/19. And you see Henry, the wives, and his children, and all their titles. I did not get what I didn't start any of the people. I'm doing kind of the vines and the flowers around it first. So let me see which way is up. Okay, this is up. So this is my progress. You can see I really actually want to get some progress done on this because I love it, which is why I chose it as one of my scavenger hunt focus pieces. My next one is World's Postage Stamp, and Lynn M. Stitches is doing it, and I actually was inspired to do this by Sammy J. Stitches. She is working on it as well. Here's what it looks like. Let's see if I can, is there glare on there? It's by Soda Stitch. And I'm doing this on 28 count Summer Sky mystery fabric because I do not know who the maker is. I believe I picked it up when I was at StitchCon when I went to, oh my goodness. Have you ever blanked on something? Well, I'm blanking. I went to Stephanie and Pam and Barbara. The cross stitch shop there in Cincinnati. I'm totally blanking. I apologize. We can see that I'm not ready. So here we go. This is what I got done on it. And you know what? I'm going to think about it as soon as I'm done recording, right? You know how it goes. So here's what I've gotten done. I did all the basic outlining on it first because I wanted to make sure it was going to fit on the fabric. Because we've all done that. We've all started something and it not fit on the fabric. Anyways, here it is. So I would like to get some work done on it this year because it's actually a lot of fun. Let's see here. What else do I have? Oops. This goes with that. If I don't keep it with my bags, then I'm going to just get confused. We all know this. My next one is, my husband got this for me 2 years ago for Christmas because we all know that I'm a huge Patriots fan. I don't even want to talk about the playoffs. I don't want to talk about anything about the Patriots because I'm a little heartbroken. But I'm still a huge fan and I'm working on this. It is by Boston Needleworks. It's called the Patriots Helmet. And I've done it on Pole Stitches 28 count Brittany Lugana in Cracked Ice. This is what it will look like finished. And this is where I'm at. This is why this is my second scavenger hunt piece. Because I really want to get some work done on it. Here. And here it is. we can say that I have not made a whole lot of progress since I started it. And I started it on September 29th. My intention was actually just to stitch on it during each Patriots game. But then things happen like football snacks and cheering for the team, and and maybe stitching on other things instead that caught my attention. But that's how life goes, right? Life is fun because it's so unpredictable. That's my take on it. My next one is my third and final scavenger hunt item. Cheryl Tranquil Stitches Daily 30 group. It is closed. We all know that when I started my videos last year at #1, I showed that I was working on Girl with the Pearl Earring. We had a little bit of a canine catastrophe at some point, and I restarted it. And then I've had a few restarts. Has anybody else had this problem? You have a project and you work on it and just it doesn't feel right. Either the fabric doesn't feel right, or you're not happy with how it's going, or things happen to it, the fabric or whatever. Anyways, yet again, for I think the third or fourth time, I've lost count, I am restarting Girl with the Pearl Earring. Here's the pattern. We'll put it over here. It's by Scarlet Quince. I love this. I love this cross stitch pattern. I just can't get my hiney in gear to get working on it. It is a blended project. And so I had to pick new fabric. Start again, got to start new fabric. I have chosen 16 count. It's Picture This Plus in Haven Ada fabric. And I'm going to show you. I'm doing, not that the fabric's going to show because it's a full coverage, but I've chosen to do this because there's going to be some fabric hanging around the edges when I go to get it framed. So I chose this. And I thought with all the dark colors I'm stitching, maybe the blue would, for whatever reason, help me, make me feel better about it. I keep it in my Garon tote bag with the apples on it. My last WIP, which I'm so far behind on because I think I recently got part 4 of it, is called Snow Village by Country Cottage Needleworks. I got the kit. So it came with a 16 count French Country Rain. It's like a mystery style. You get a new piece of it every month, I think. Last time I showed you, I just had the word village done. Well, with my wonderful progress, I now have a S village, just an S village. I've got all the pieces in here that go to it. You can hear them. I just haven't gotten to it. And let's see if you can see the needle minder without a glare. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? That's what this is going to be, is that. It's a fun work, but I think most of y'all know that I dipped into the multi-whip pull last year, and that's not something I'd really done before. So it's a new experience for me in trying to juggle it all. So I did do the, Tiny Decisions app. Is that what it's called? Tiny Decisions? But I find I'm just kind of picking up a piece, whatever suits my fancy at the moment. I haven't really done many challenges. Well, okay, so here's what I do. I choose going to the challenges. And I kind of do them, but I don't actually post anything because I'm just kind of figuring out the whole posting thing. So I have been doing, Cheryl in her closed group also has one called Stitch My Hour. So basically you do a stitch for every hour that you've been alive. So, and you post your progress. So with that, I'm learning how to post my start and my finish. Well, not my finish, but like when I reach a stopping point and how to do that type of thing. And so that's going to help me when I actually start doing some of the scavenger challenges. Let's see. Do I have any other news? I don't think I have any new news, except the only thing I can think of is StitchCon is coming up in 154 days. 154, StitchCon 2020. I'm going to be there. I'm very excited. I went last year and I had an absolute blast. And so I'm excited to go again in 2020. Also during my last video, I talked about I was going to work on the Scandinavian Christmas. See if I can find it. Can I find it? I do have it. Sorry for the crinkle. And people had pointed out they thought that the light variegation in the purple here is not necessarily going to show up well on the fabric. I do plan to start this because some of this variegation is actually quite light. So I think that that's an excellent point. So I am actually going to, let's see if I can get a good light here. I'm actually going to change out the choice in floss. And I've got a bunch of different purples here, so I'm just going to go through and do a floss toss and see what happens. The only other thing I did was I joined another SAL, which I have not started yet, and I kind of feel bad for not starting it. But have you seen this? It's Pam from Just Keep Stitching, and it is Pam's Maine because she's originally, I believe, from Maine. She loves Maine. And so I have this. I do plan to start on it. I haven't started it yet. I kind of want to get a little more progress on some of the things going on. And it did come with the fabric. It is 32 count country, vintage country mocha Lugana. So I might be putting on that. I just haven't gotten around to starting it yet. Just because I haven't started yet doesn't mean that I'm not going to do it. I am going to do it, and I'm thinking maybe I might start it during the summertime. So even though it's a SAL, I think I'm really behind. And I think a lot of us have that where we join SALs and we just kind of, other things happen. We have other cross stitch that catches our interest. We have life that happens. And so I'm behind. But there are worse things in this world than being behind on a SAL. Anyways, I think that's all for me. It's bugging me that I cannot remember out of the top of my head the name of the cross stitch shop in Cincinnati, so I'm going to look it up because I don't want to kind of leave that one hanging. Because I was there. Oh my goodness. Keepsakes. How can I not remember Keepsakes? It's a great little shop. So if you're in the Cincinnati area, go to Keepsakes. Anyways, that's all that I have for now. I hope y'all are having a fantastic new year. And I'll catch y'all on the next go round. Bye.